Hey everyone, I'm Ellion with Ellion Home. I want to show you everything I did for William's Play Kitchen. It was a great project and I am really excited on how it turned out. At first I wanted to make it match or coordinate with our kitchen because we cook a lot and he watches us cook, so I wanted to keep him entertained. We live in a bungalow from the 1930s and the rooms are just small. There's not space in the kitchen for us to put his kitchen in there, and I wanted it to have a certain place in the home. It can easily be moved around. If you have kids, you probably know that they want to be wherever you are. If you and your family spends most of their time in the living room, then that's probably where your child is going to want to play. In the long run, I wanted it to have a home. So its home is William's room. We have very eclectic mix of natural colors. We have brass, gold, silvers, grays, blues, orange, like a burnt orange, and whites. Lots of whites on the wall. After I decided the design approach and colors that I wanted to do, I hadn't actually decided what I wanted to paint and what I wanted to leave as is and what colors. First, I put together the kitchen so I knew exactly how it went together and where they went, which side was faced out, what side was faced in. And that really helped me to understand the kitchen. It really comes apart easily from the bottom cabinets separate and the countertop connects to the top of the hutch. So I separated those two, and that is actually what helped me decide to paint just the bottom cabinets. I went with a very light gray, and I ended up keeping the top portion of the kitchen the natural wood that it came with. Okay, these are the bottom cabinet doors. This is technically the oven. I'm gonna paint it with this Rust-Oleum matte and ice gray. So I didn't want to paint the whole inside with the spray paint because I knew I was going to run out. But once I got the frame together and the doors on, I realized that this needed to be painted so that it looked uniform with the cabinets. The backsplash really makes this piece very cohesive and looks super unique. So I found this print of contact paper on Etsy and I made sure the dimensions would be correct and specified the size and then cut the exact size that I needed. And then you apply it to MDF board that we got at Home Depot and cut it exactly to the size of the back. And we attached that with a Velcro and cut the Velcro to the right size so that it is not shown at all on the front, and then it can easily be removed. It could be double-sided. You can turn the kitchen around at some point and make it into like a little storefront. There's lots of other projects that you can do on the other side. The kitchen sink and faucet come in a gray color. The frame around the stove, the leg risers are also the plastic gray. I painted all of that the brass color. For all the plastic pieces, I'm using this primer, Rust-Oleum 2x Ultra Cover Primer. It says for wood, metal, plastic, and more. So all the plastic pieces I'm doing that for, and then also the handles. I use this paint and primer in one Rust-Oleum white in at least one or two coats. And then once that's completely dry, I'm going to go over it with this clear gloss sealant. I just sprayed the sink because I just feel like if he's playing with it all the time, it's just bound to happen. So hopefully this helps out. It comes just like that, but I'm going to undermount it with this Gorilla Tape. It's a tricky process to place it under here. I went ahead and stuck the Gorilla Tape underneath, and that way it won't show from on top, and then I'm just going to go under and place it. I upgraded the hardware with metal holes. I found some inexpensive black ones on Amazon, so I ordered those, and I ended up spray painting those the brass color to match the faucet and the stove. The 3 handles that I got, this one does not work for the microwave. It's too big. So I'm gonna try to drill out the hole a little bit. You can see it's bigger on the front side, small on the back side. So I'm just gonna drill it out a little bigger. A little off the holes. I'm actually gonna drill out the top one as well. And it works now. For the stove, I decided to add these brass knobs. I got them from Amazon, they're very inexpensive, and measured exactly where I wanted to place them and drilled a hole. And they also still spin, so he can pretend that he's turning on the oven. So that's a nice little touch. I really think it upgrades the kitchen a lot. For the microwave and the oven in the windows, I decided to do a cane webbing that I got on Etsy. I only ordered one piece and then cut it to the size of the windows. I put them in the windows and stepped back and looked at it. I felt like the cane webbing was just too bright. It really matched the rest of the wood countertop and cabinet, but it was just too much of that color. So what I decided to do is take that brass colored spray paint and painted the exterior of the cane webbing that would be shown through the window, and I like how that came out much better. Battery powered lights to stick in the microwave and the oven, and I'm using this 3M double-sided tape. I ordered this strip of leather, a long strip of leather from Etsy, and I used my leather hole puncher to punch holes in it, and I got these brass S-rings on Amazon, and I put this on the dowel in front of the backsplash to hang all of his utensils on. He had a plastic VTech phone laying around, and we thought it would be fun to add a landline to his kitchen. For extra storage, we cut wooden dowels at an angle and made little knobs to hang things with. I epoxied that on with E6000. And I decided to lay the kitchen on its side to make sure that the epoxy won't slip, and I'm measuring out where I'm going to locate them. I ended up finding these bins at the Container Store, and I didn't even know until I got home that it almost matches the paint color exactly. I will share all the paint colors that I used and link to where you can buy them. Some I just went to Home Depot and bought them in store, but so you know exactly what to get. Also from IKEA, you can get this pot set. It comes in silver, and I also painted it the brass color. It has chipped a little bit because he likes to throw the pans. Definitely do the primer and 2 coats of the paint, and then follow up with that sealant. The sealant really makes a difference. To finish off the kitchen, I got these hand towels from Target, and it really just makes it look like a real kitchen. So I just hang those over the handles.